Welcome everyone to the SA51B League Daily Recap for January 10, 2023, brought to you by the good folks at Farmer John's and IS Fans Productions. With us in the post-game booth today are Mel Allen, Red Barber, Ernie Harwell, and the voice of the Woodcliff Lakers, Ty Tyson. Bada Bing met Stonewall Legion 7 in Cincinnati today for a 3-game set. In the first game, before a large crowd of 38,069, under sunny skies, Bada Bing lost to Stonewall Legion 7 in a squeaker by a score of 2-1. Winning pitcher was Leibrandt, losing pitcher was Wood. Wood pitched a complete game for Bada Bing but took the loss. Bing had a man on third with less than 2 outs 3 times in the game and failed to score in each attempt. Bada Bing won the second game over Stonewall Legion 7 by a score of 7-3. Winning pitcher was Willis, losing pitcher was Gomez. Bada Bing won the last game over Stonewall Legion 7 by a score of 7-5, scoring all 7 runs in the top of the 9th. Winning pitcher was Chacon, losing pitcher was Raditz. In Fenway Park in Boston today, playing on grass, in the first game before a nice crowd of 29,314 under sunny skies, double-duty Radcliffe pitched a complete game for Rockport Rock Chucks to give his team a 2-1 victory over Spiro Stingers. Boop Powell went 2 for 4 with 1 home run for the Stingers. Rockport Rock Chucks also the second game over Spiro Stingers in a squeaker by a score of 3-2. Winning pitcher was Ward, losing pitcher was Morris. Rockport Rock Chucks won the last game over Spiro Stingers by a score of 7-4 for the sweep. Winning pitcher was Crandall, losing pitcher was Allen. In Houston today, playing on artificial turf, Briggs Bombers lost the first game to Ventnor Viceroys in a walk-off victory/B for the home squad by a score of 2-1. Al Newman lined a single to right and Carlos Beltran scored. Winning pitcher was Henneman, losing pitcher was Stanley. Beltran had a home run and a stolen base. Briggs Bombers won the second game handily over Ventnor Viceroys by a score of 9-1. Winning pitcher was Newsom, losing pitcher was Lannon. Briggs Bombers lost the last game to Ventnor Viceroys in a Pictures duel by a score of 1-0. Winning pitcher was Billingham, losing pitcher was Lowry. In New York's Yankee Stadium before a small crowd of 11,842 under threatening skies, Joe Kennedy pitched a complete game shutout for Corvette Cruisers to give his team a 5-0 victory over Woodcliff Lakers. Luis Tyan Jr. took his 4th loss. Corvette Cruisers lost the next game to Woodcliff Lakers by a score of 6-4. Winning pitcher was Guidry, losing pitcher was Kruger. Corvette Cruisers won the last game over Woodcliff Lakers by a score of 7-4. Winning pitcher was Vandy Berg, losing pitcher was Rivera. In Forbes Field in Pittsburgh today before a large crowd of 30,360 under sunny skies, Johnny Morrison pitched a complete game for Brave Brew Crew to give his team a 6-2 victory over Midlands Meatballs. Losing pitcher was Moore. Brave Brew Crew lost the second game to Midlands Meatballs by a score of 7-4. Winning pitcher was Facero, losing pitcher was Rooker. In today's third game at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh before a nice crowd of 23,414 under sunny skies, Nels Potter pitched a complete game for Brave Brew Crew but took the loss by a score of 4-3. In Boston, playing on grass, Mbappe lost the first game to basement relegation in a blowout by a score of 11-1. Winning pitcher was Rodriguez, losing pitcher was Francis. John Anderson went 3 for 3 with 3 ribbies for the relegation. In the second game under partly cloudy skies, Ed Wells pitched a complete game shutout for basement relegation to give basement relegation a 5-0 victory over Mbappe. Losing pitcher was Fleming. Mbappe won the last game over basement relegation by a score of 3-2. Winning pitcher was Grimes, losing pitcher was Carl. In Cincinnati today, playing on grass, Bada Bing won the first game over Stonewall Legion 7 by a score of 7-5. Winning pitcher was Chacon, losing pitcher was Raditz. In Boston today, playing on grass, Rockport Rock Chucks won the first game over Spiro Stingers by a score of 7-4. Winning pitcher was Crandall, losing pitcher was Allen. In Houston today, playing on artificial turf, Briggs Bombers lost the first game to Ventnor Viceroys by a score of 1-0. Winning pitcher was Billingham, losing pitcher was Lowry. In New York today, playing on grass, Corvette Cruisers won the first game over Woodcliff Lakers by a score of 7-4. Winning pitcher was Vandy Berg, losing pitcher was Rivera. In Pittsburgh today, playing on grass, Brave Brew Crew lost the first game to Midlands Meatballs by a score of 4-3. Winning pitcher was Traxel, losing pitcher was Potter. In Boston today, playing on grass, Mbappe won the first game over Basement Relegation by a score of 3-2. Winning pitcher was Grimes, losing pitcher was Carl. Today's best performances. Anderson, John had the best RC performance today for Basement Relegation. He created 3.4 runs on 3 hits, including 1 double, 1 triple. Joe Kennedy had the best game score today for Corvette Cruisers. He scored 80.0. Basement Relegation scored the most runs today with 11. Bada Bing and Stonewall Legion 7 combined to score the most runs today with 12. Bada Bing scored the most runs in an inning today, scoring 7 in the top of the 9th. Here are the current standings. In the East Division, Corvette Cruisers has a record of 13-11 and has a lead over Spiro Stingers, who has a record of 12-12. Brave Brew Crew has a record of 9-15. Stonewall Legion 7 has a record of 9-15. In the Central Division, Bada Bing has a record of 13-11 and has a lead over Mbappe, who has a record of 13-11. Ventnor Viceroys has a record of 13-11. Midlands Meatballs has a record of 11-13. In the West Division, Briggs Bombers has a record of 17-7 and has a lead over Rockport Rock Chucks, who has a record of 12-12. Basement Relegation has a record of 11-13. Woodcliff Lakers has a record of 11-13. Here is your SA51 B-League injuries report. For Woodcliff Lakers, Pagliarulo, Mike, out for 1 more day, 1 more game. Guidry, Ron, out for 9 more days, 8 more games. Here are your overall leaders. Home run producer is Gibson, Josh, who has 9 for CC. Overall win producer is Traxel, Steve, who has 4 for mid. Longest current hitting streak belongs to Jones, Chipper, who has 21 for NBA. Thanks for listening to today's game. For the best classic fantasy baseball game on the market, visit imaginesports.com. Good night all and God bless.
The Whiz Kids had won it, Bobby Thompson had done it, and Yogi read the comics all the while. Rock and roll was being born, marijuana we would scorn. So down on the corner the national pastime went on trial. We're talking baseball, Klazuski, Campanella, talking baseball. The man and Bobby Fella, the Scooter, the Barber and the Nuke. They knew 'em all from